What's good, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about those hidden credit bureaus that you probably didn't know nothing about. It's about 49 different ones, almost 50 different ones out there. And we're going to talk about who they are and why they are so important, especially if you're trying to work on your credit on your own. So if you don't know me, I'm Will Frazier, your credit expert, bringing you the tips you need to get your credit back on track, because what goes down must come up. And if you don't want your credit score to drop 200 points, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you'll be notified of any new videos I drop just like this. And as I mentioned, today we're going to be talking about these credit bureaus that most people don't know about. And I'm going to start off with this document that I have here from the CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. And basically it lists out everything that you need to know as far as the consumer reporting agencies. And these consumer reporting agencies are important because they are, as mentioned, a secondary credit bureau. So basically these places house information about you that gets used when you're applying for certain things that you may not have thought of if you're trying to get a job or something like that. So these things are very, very important. And like I said, especially if you are working on your credit yourself, trying to send out disputes and whatnot, these companies can actually, make or break your process, or they have a good effect on the process while you're going through that, trying to work on your credit yourself. So it's going to be very important that you know about these things and what you need to do with them, as well as what it is they're doing with your information, so that you can know, what you need to be focused on. And I'm going to put a link to this document where you guys will be able to access it and be able to see what I'm talking about here. So, we're going to just run through some of the information that's on here. So just so you can kind of get an idea of, what I was just mentioning to you, below is a list of consumer reporting companies updated for 2020. Consumer reporting companies collect information and provide reports to other companies about you. These companies use these reports to inform decisions about providing you with credit, employment, residential rental housing. So if you're renting, it affects you there. Your insurance, like your car insurance, health insurance, it can affect you with all of those in all those areas, and in other decision-making situations. The list below includes the 3 nationwide consumer reporting companies, the 3 major bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. So those 3 and several other reporting companies that focus on certain market areas and consumer segments. So basically, they cover different areas, these different bureaus. So it's important to know, which ones are out there and what they cover, to know, if you need to care or if they are important. Because like I said, there are several different ones out there, up to almost 50. And it's important to know which ones are going to be affecting you. So, as we start off here, you can see the nationwide consumer reporting companies are going to be the ones that you know about: Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. And basically, this gives you information on how to contact them, reach out to them, how to do a freeze if you want to. For employment screening, we have Accurate Background, ADP Screening and Selection Services. So, they list out the ones that are for employment screening. They have, looking for the next title, tenant screening. So if you are trying to become a tenant somewhere and they're doing screening on you, they're using Contemporary Information Corporation, CoreLogic Rental Property Solutions. That's a very important one right there, CoreLogic, because they have a lot of information. And if you're trying to do renting, like you can see here, collects and reports comprehensive information about landlord-tenant actions, such as prior evictions, address history, public background check. So basically, if you've had an eviction before and you go someplace that may not check the credit bureaus for you, they may not do a regular credit check, or if they do a regular credit check and you may not have the eviction on your credit report, they might be checking CoreLogic to see if you have evictions. So you may think that you're in the clear because it's not on your credit report, but it's on this CoreLogic credit report. They have the Experian Rent Bureau, which is a different division of Experian, which covers rental history. Who else do we got here? Well, it's just a few different ones in regards to that. If you're trying to get a bank account, they use Centergy Check Services. They have check systems, which a lot of you may have heard of. If you've gotten denied for a bank account before, it could have been information that was in check systems. As you can see, check systems provides account verification services primarily for financial institutions like banks and credit unions, collects and reports data on checking account applications, openings, and closures, including reasons for account closure. So if you closed an account in bad standing or had one closed on you because you owed money, that will probably be in there. Early warning services is another one for financial institutions. When you're trying to open up a bank account, if you have information in the early warning, if that bank checks early warning, then you can get denied for a bank account because of the information that is in there. Let's see what else we got here. Personal property insurance. They got A+ property, LexisNexis Clue, a certain part of LexisNexis, and they cover auto and property reports. Is a claims history information exchange that collects and reports up to 7 years of auto and personal property claims, respectively. So information about auto loans that you've had in up to 7 years of that auto loan history can be there with them. You got driver's history here, medical. There are different bureaus for medical history as far as low income and subprime, meaning anybody that has lower credit scores. These are bureaus that houses information on those type of accounts. So if you've had a credit builder account before, or, various other types of accounts that usually are for those with lower credit scores, this is a credit bureau that deals with that. Clarity Services, as you can see, collects and provides information on payday loans, installment loans, auto loans and leasing, check cashing services, rent to own transactions, telecommunication, account openings, phone accounts, and financial services with an emphasis on lower income and subprime consumer market segments. So they provide information to those companies that might be checking, and they are a company that works with people that have lower credit scores. If they say they may not be doing a credit check on you, like no credit check, they might check a place like Clarity Services in order to see if you have certain information there that might be important to them, to let them know if you might pay them back. So you have CoreLogic Teletrack here. You can see they collect consumer information about payday lenders as well, rent to own businesses, furniture stores that offer financing, auto financing and leasing companies, high risk consumer finance businesses, subprime home lending businesses, subprime credit card issuers. As you can see, banks, credit unions as well. So CoreLogic has information that they provide to those different businesses. You have Factor Trust, Microbuilt. It's a lot of different places on here. Innovis is actually the fourth biggest credit bureau. So the big three, those. Innovis is the fourth biggest one, and they provide ID verification data to assist with fraud detection and prevention. But they also have a lot of your other account information that might be on your credit bureau on there. So, this is also a very important thing to know. Of course, you have LexisNexis, which you guys know this is the major branch of them right here. Collects information from public records and multiple property data sources. This includes items such as real estate transaction and ownership data, liens, judgments, bankruptcies. All of that public record information is usually going to be with LexisNexis. And SageStream, they are another branch of LexisNexis. LexisNexis actually owns SageStream. They recently acquired that company, so they also have that same information under their umbrella at LexisNexis. So that's also something to be important. For utilities, there's outside, bureaus that have that information. So really, it's just a matter of, knowing that these other bureaus are out there. So if you are disputing and you're only disputing with the credit bureaus, you might be missing out on opportunities there, because there are still other places that can get you denied if you still have information in those places that is hurting you or making you look bad. So, if you're only dealing with the bureaus, just know that there are other bureaus that you should be dealing with as well. Secondary bureaus that are just as important as dealing with the major three bureaus. And one major thing that I'm going to tell you, if you're trying to dispute and you want to try to make sure you're getting the best results while you're disputing, you might want to freeze some of those secondary databases, because that can help you with your disputes. Because sometimes the credit bureaus, the major three, they do go to check these other bureaus to verify some of your information. I know you may be thinking that they only go to the creditors and the collection companies to verify, but sometimes they go to these other bureaus to verify. So freezing your information at these other bureaus can be very helpful to your situation. Now, if you do go about freezing them, they will, over the next few weeks, send you out some PIN numbers and whatnot to actually be what is used if they have to verify that it is you because somebody's trying to access your credit report. So those pins are going to be very important information that you want to hold on to. But make sure that you hold on to those, because after you're done doing the disputing and whatnot, you're going to want to unfreeze those bureaus. So it's going to be a lot harder to do that if you don't have those pins that they sent you when you were trying to do the freeze initially. So again, use this information while you're trying to work on your credit, and it should help you with the results that you're trying to achieve. So just make sure that you keep that in mind, keep this in mind. And again, I'm going to have a link to this document down below so that you'll be able to use this to try to see all the bureaus that are out there and try to see which ones you may need for your given situation. And hopefully this really helps you out in trying to achieve your goal that you're trying to achieve. And also, if you don't want to do all of this work on your own and you want to hire somebody to do it for you, I just want to let you know you can go down below and you can set up a credit consultation with me, and I can help you in regards to this work as well as overall trying to get your credit to a better place. And right now I actually have a sale going on, and the sale is only going to last for a certain number of customers. Initially it was supposed to be 50. Right now I have about 30 something spots left. So you have to get in the door and sign up before all of those spaces are gone. So make sure that you are getting on the calendar if you wanted to do that. Right now it is 50% off the initial amount that you would pay to sign up, and then no monthly payments until 2022. So if that's something that sounds like it would help you in regards to getting the process started and you want somebody to do the work for you, please go ahead and reach out before those spaces run out. I do want to help as many people as I can. I've had other people to reach out, but everybody hasn't followed all the steps in order to make sure you secure your spot. Of course, you have to sign up, submit all the documents you need to submit, and make your payment, and then you'll be good to go. But without that, you won't be securing your spot. But if you need the help, reach out. But if you're going to be doing it on your own, here's some information to help arm you to make sure that you are seeing the best results that you can see while you're trying to do this on your own. Now, hopefully this information is helpful. If it was, please make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more good information like this, and share this video with other people that you know might need this, especially if they're trying to work on their credit themselves and they're not seeing the best results that they would like to see. And again, I thank you and appreciate you for sticking around to the end of the video. If you want more information on what you should be putting in a dispute letter, I'm going to send you to a video that will actually help you, give you the information on what you should be including in your disputes as well. Now, other than that, I'll see you guys next time.